Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Hello, everybody. I'm here, and I guess I'm going to be another guinea pig here.
So your videos have kind of gone viral. The video of you trying Windows 8 Consumer Preview for the first time has been viewed thousands upon thousands of times. And your first time using OS X has also done very well. Your perspectives really about Windows 8 in general, how it's more optimized for the touch experience than it is for the desktop, which a lot of people are still using. Very apt, very astute. People asked, what about having him try Linux for the first time?
Now, I've never even heard of Linux, so you got to help me.
Okay, you've probably used it before, you just didn't realize it. Linux is used in typically, like you'll be at a computer and you press a button, you click here, you touch that. Chances are a computer that wasn't yours that you've used could have been running Linux in an embedded system. Like, have you ever been like on an airplane? They have a little computer touchscreen in front of you.
Yeah. Those
are probably running Linux.
Oh, okay.
So you've used Linux before. Android is Linux.
Okay.
So it's just what people can do with the operating system that makes it powerful. Not just when someone says Linux, you'll be using what they call a distribution of Linux.
Uh-huh.
And what you've got in front of you is one of the latest public releases of Ubuntu. Now, have you heard of Ubuntu?
No.
Probably one of the more popular, user-friendly desktop versions of Linux.
I may have saw that in some of the threads related to that video.
Most likely.
I think that those initials were there. Ubuntu.
And so this is a fresh install. This is a 11.10 that's in a Parallels desktop machine, since Parallels makes it easy to install virtual machines. This is a default user experience. Granted, I wanted to try to get the beta of 12 installed, but it didn't have a lot of time today. It was easier to use
this screen, right?
Yeah, that screen. And that keyboard that you're hovering over. Your hair's fine,
Dad. I didn't comb my hair.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's the way my hair is. It just goes wherever it wants.
So this is Dad, an average computer user, probably the majority of users out there using Linux, Ubuntu.
Okay,
really,
so
for the first time.
I wonder if you can rearrange these things, but okay, you can hover these. That's a home folder. Okay, this is Firefox, which gets me to the internet. Okay, so this is an Office program, probably a Word. It looks like a Word type document. And this must be the it is Calculate. It's Excel. And Office Impressions, I'm not sure what that is, unless it might be the PDF type files. Here's Ubuntu Software Center, so that must be where you can get stuff. Okay, so this is like an app store, so you can go out here and find stuff probably and get it to work on this system. Okay, so this is like Mac, in that you close it on the left side. So this one and Mac must be from Europe or something, because they do things on the left. Okay, nothing meant, just observation. And this one down here, workspaces, I'm not sure what. Oh, wait a minute. So I wonder if, let me try something. Uh-oh. Now I could be in trouble. That's that Parallels thing. I don't want that. So I'm not quite sure. Oh, wait a minute. I thought it would open it in one of these squares. It doesn't. I was thinking maybe this was like you could have Excel and then your Word document. And
You can.
You can? Or right click didn't do it. I'm trying to figure out how to, unless I come back to this workspaces. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure how to. I won't break anything, will I?
No.
Thought maybe that would do it. I don't think so. Well, the one way I can get back to that is here, and I can go to any of those programs. This is must be the delete, or the you delete, probably drag stuff into this little wastebasket down in the left corner. But I'd like to get these opened in. Doesn't do what I want it to do here. I don't have all these open underneath this thing, do I? I'm not quite sure what how to utilize these 4 window deals. And I'm not sure how to close them. So up here was, something looks like mail, must be mail program, and then the up and down is probably related to the volume because it's right next to the volume. And then this is the parallels, which you're running this within that system. I know what they are, but I'm not real sure how to open these things. That one's going to open now. Somewhere. Okay. That's what I was expecting to happen. And all I did is I double clicked on the word gizmo, the word icon. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I got it expanded, and I'm looking for how to get it back down to that window. Plus, oh, okay, so here's my, okay. What I did is I went back to the left, and then this reappeared, this menu down the left side reappeared, and so I was trying to get it, and I did it again. I'm not sure I like that. Okay, I'm trying to see how you navigate the worksheet. Well, then I click on, I don't know how you, there, now I can do it. I must add something. Okay. So I can navigate the worksheet, and it's probably pretty much like Excel is. It looks a lot like Excel. Come back over here, get this, come here. Now I'm going to see if I can open Word in one of these other windows. Well, it opened it, but not quite the way I wanted it to, I don't think. Oh, I put them both in the same window. Let me try something. I can't drag it over. So I'm going to close this one. I thought I was going to close it. There, now it's gone. I think I like the idea of having these, because of what I could do in that, because of the size of your screen. I could have 4 worksheets here, probably. I just not real sure how to do that. And this is all the stuff up here on the, I'm looking at the worksheet, program, and the upper left shows all the things that you would see on a Okay, so I closed that, and then I ended up getting this. This must be a new. Okay, oh, that one that I couldn't figure out is like PowerPoint. So this must be their main office one. Okay, so you can move them around the same way. I'll close that. Am I like on a desktop here because of this folders here? That's parallels. I don't need that. So some of this relates to the parallels. So those are the main things. Home must be a home folder, which is here. Home, the desktop. Oh, it shows you where all the what you have in the various locations. Downloads, music, pictures, public. Okay, some of these don't, the ones I'm selecting don't have anything in them, so I was checking that, looking at what it said. Okay. I like having the, I kind of like having this down the side, but this looks, the screen itself then looks like it's wasted space unless you're working on something. But even in Windows, if I'm working on something, it's over the icons, you don't see them anyway. So what I'd have to do here is learn how to, I'd like to learn how to use this window thing here, where I could have like 4 different worksheets. But then again, you could probably do it, I could do it on this screen because the screen's so big, but the screen that I have at home, I couldn't do that on, unless you could do it down to 2. And I don't know if this is flexible to where you could have them side by side. Like in Windows 7 on the laptop, I can just drag a worksheet to the right, and it'll take the right side of the screen, and I can drag it to the left, and it'll take the left side, so I could have 2 side by side, a pretty good size on a laptop screen, and work on them.
And just so you know, every operating system has something like this called virtual desktops. Ubuntu has it, as you see, by default, and OS X has it by default as well.
How about Microsoft?
There are virtual desktop apps available for Windows.
Okay, so it's an extra. It's an extra thing.
Yep.
Okay, but then how do I close these? Like do I have to close it here? Now I utilized my experience with Windows 8 to try and find if anything was hidden, and there is, but I'm not sure if this relates to what I'm doing here. Wait.
No, it doesn't.
What's this?
Don't click it.
Don't click it?
You're in a virtual machine on OS X.
Okay.
And I brought the app full screen.
Okay, so how do I get this back down? How do I, if I want this off the screen, that's what I want to do. You're not going to tell me, huh? I thought I saw a like the Microsoft bar on the bottom come up. I don't know how I got it up. Okay, so I clicked on that, and then I clicked in the upper left-hand corner. Just in order to get it back, I think you always got to come back over here to the left side to get them in the 4. But I don't know how to close this whole thing. But again, it's like the other ones I used. I'm just not used to them. It would take time, a lot of research and asking questions on how do I do this, how do I do that, and then have something there or someone there to help. But then I think I got to help.
But in terms of usability and getting around,
well, I think this was clear. This deal on the left, I know here's the 3 programs 2 of these programs I'd use. Well, 3 counting Firefox, which is the internet browser, right? So if I wanted to do some search on the internet, I could open that up. And I double clicked on it, and all that happened is this big screen came up. There it is. Oh, so Google's its home page. So I could do a search here. Now what's this? What is this called? That's a hard name to remember. Ubuntu. Okay, so that's a start page, it says. And I can maximize it, evidently. And somehow I can minimize it. Maybe. I don't like when everything disappears. I mean, these hidden menus, I'm not quite sure why they have to do it that way. Why they just can't leave the ribbon there so you can see, instead of having to look for it. If they would just leave that upper ribbon, it doesn't take that much space, and it helps. It would help me anyway, and I'm sure other people like me, to navigate things. So I was able to open Firefox, and then I maximized the screen, and then I deleted it. I found how to close it. And I opened the worksheet, and I opened a Word document. In the Software Center, that's their app store. And although this one I'm still not quite sure how to get the full benefit of these four panes, 4 windows. But that'd be something I would like to learn, which is another good point that I can bring up too, because in any of these things I've looked at, in fact, I was talking with Judy when we were riding around at home. I know how to work with everything I have because that's what I work with all the time. And if you work with it all the time, you remember the things better. But again, if you go to a new environment, like on the laptop, I do have Windows 7. For those that don't think I use Windows 7, I do. I like XP better, but because I'm familiar with it. But if there's something I want to find out in Windows 7, I Google it and I'll find the answer. So it's with any of these, I would have to go in there and try and find out how to do it. And I'm not a person that likes to read the big thick manuals. I'm usually the one that goes to the store and buys a book for idiots that doesn't make any more sense than the manual did usually. So it's usually if I have a specific question, or if I'm trying to do a specific task, I will try and figure out how to do that task within whichever system I'm working on. So does that kind of help you? But I like the idea of having these 4 windows, because I do in Windows 7. I use that where I drag it to the left and drag one to the right and have 2 things open at the same time. I do like that feature. And this would just give you 4 windows you could work with, which would be good. In fact, something like this might work on a laptop. The numbers would be bigger, but I think you could click on them. Like if I had something in that window, that'll make it bigger, and then you just reduce it back. by going to the upper left-hand corner on it. My problem is getting a worksheet in each one. Let me try something. So when I get the apple, that has nothing to do with this. Okay, so I got one down in the lower right. I'm not quite sure how I got it there, but I'm going to try and open another one and see if I can get two of them in two different areas. It looks like it put it on top of it. And we end up back here too. I'm not sure how to close these things, which could be bad because you don't want to turn it off with stuff in it or on the screen. But I did go up and found that up in the file closed, so I closed that. So right now, as best I know, there's not, well, this is still open. And that's not I don't see how to close it. This file folder. But it's the parallel shared folder. I don't want to do anything with that. So it's clean. Again, I would have to learn how to, like this four window gizmo, this one. I really would be interested in knowing how that works. So I would, and I'm not sure what you call it, so. Now I'm probably opening all kinds of stuff. I don't want that one. I think that folder's in behind here somewhere. And I'm not sure what the CD, it looks like a little disc on the very bottom of this menu down the left side. Okay, I did a home button type deal. Which opens this. These up here that don't have any icons, I'm not sure if there's anything in those or if they're just, I'll find out. Nope, there's stuff in it. Okay, so here's a this dashboard puts everything in one place, it looks like, or a lot of them, or some of the options like your photos and the web browser, your email, music if you're into that, and 3 different types of apps, and a locator to find your files. There's the close. Oh, okay, and I close that. I think this is the desktop where I'm at.